Well, what are you gonna do? Alright, if you can't waste tape, you can't waste anything. If you can't waste anything, you might as well quit. So, the next move is mine, right? And I'm too loaded to even be decent. Alright, let's try some more just for laughs. So, ho ho ho. A report upon the consumption of myself. I am a panther corked out and bellowing in cement walls. And I'm angry at blue evenings without ventilators. And I'm angry with you. And it will come like a rose. It will come like a man walking through fire. It will shine like an unseen trumpet in a trunk. The eyes will smell like sausages. The feet will have small propellers. And I will hold you in Bayonne, and the sailors will smile, and my heart, like something cut away from cancer, will feel and beat again, feel and beat again. But now the blue evening is cinched like old muskets, and the dangling sex rope hangs as the tree stands up and calls July. And the dust of hope in the bottom of paper cups, along with small spiders that have names like ancient European cities. Cuckoo spit and dross, heavy wheels, oil wells stuck between fish and sucking up gray grass of love. And the palms up on the cliff waving in the warm yellow light. As I walk into a drugstore to buy toothpaste, rubbers, photographs of frogs, a copy of the latest Consumer Reports, 50 cents. For I consume and I am consumed. I would like to know on this blue evening just which razor blade it would be best for me to use. Or maybe I could get a station wagon or buy a stereo receiver, a movie camera, say 8mm under $55, or an electric frying pan. Like the silver head of some god thing after they drop the bomb. Bang! And the grass gives up, and love is a shadow, and love is a fishtail waving through nicks of thread that seem eyes, but are only what's left of me on the last evening after the bands have suicided out. The carnival has left town, and they've blown up the YWCA like a giant balloon and sent it out to sea full of screaming, lovely, lonely girls. I was born to hustle roses down the avenues of the dead. River gut, girl, river, dam, drown. People going in and out of books and doors and graves. People dressed in pink, getting haircuts and tired, and dogs in Vivaldi. You missed a cat argument. The gray was tired, mad, flipping tail, and he monkeyed with the black one who didn't want to be bothered. And then the black one chased the gray one, pawed it once. The gray one said, "Yo!" Ran away, stopped, scratched its ear, flicked at a straw, popped in the air, and ran off, defeated and planning. As a white one, another one, ran along the other side of the fence chasing a grasshopper somebody shot Mr. Kennedy. The best way to explain the meaning of concourse is to forget all about it or any meaning at all. Is just something that grows or does not grow, lives a while and dies a long time. Life is weak, The rope around a man's neck is stronger than the man because it does not suffer. It does also not listen to Brahms, but Brahms can get to be a bore and even suffering when you are locked in a cage with sticks almost forever. I remember my old man raged because I did not sweat when I mowed his lawn twice over while the lucky guys played football or jacked off in the garage. He threw a 2x4 at the back of one of my legs, the left one. I have a blood vessel that juts out an inch there now, and I picked up the lob and threw it into his beautiful roses and limped around and finished the lawn, not sweating, and 25 years later I buried him. It cost me $1,000. He was stronger than I was. I see the river now, grass fish limping through, milk blue. She's taking off her stockings. She's beginning to cry. She looks at me. She's crying. My car needs 2 new front tires. Coming through the doorway, a lump of cancer along the inside of his left leg. He wore a green silk shirt, old-fashioned black and white shoes, hair clipped all over his head but needing a shave, yellow wrinkled pants, dark shades. He gave the note to the teller, who was female, went crazy and screamed. He hit her across the face with a gun butt, reached a handful of 20s from the drawer, and turned in time to get the uniformed guard, a fat guy, very big butt. Grew Rose's name, Rossard. Rossard went down on the big fat butt, a very beautiful red coming out on his shirt like roses. The bandit started running half sideways toward the door, looking for somebody to shoot, looking for a hole in the sky, way to make it. The people seemed to fit into the walls, and he made it outside, still running half bent, and then the squad car came from the other way. He saw it and ran up an alley. The 2 cops jumped right out and ran up the alley. Then you heard the shots, very loud in that dark valley between the downtown buildings. The violence and gamble and anger of all men screaming. Then it was quiet. You thought of bread baking or men under oxygen tents. When the ambulance came, they carried out one cop, put him in first, then carried out the bandit, put him in the same ambulance, and the cop who was standing, holding, waiting, standing there holding his wrist where he'd been shot, he suddenly fainted, and they put him in too and drove off. And the people stood talking and talking and talking and talking.